who was one of the first people that put you onto the power of your mind and thoughts earlier on in your journey?
Oh, such a good question. It's Big Sean. I can't remember. We're both from Michigan. I was born in Detroit. I grew up in a suburb of Detroit. And when I was 18, I met Big Sean.
Before he was big.
Yeah,
Sean.
we were both 18. We're the same age. And he actually didn't have his name yet.
Right.
He had a different name he was going by. And I became a part of his crew. So I used to just do beats for him and write songs for him. And he got signed to Kanye, and that changed my life. Before I knew what the law of attraction was, I started utilizing it by default because of Sean. He was this guy, he's my buddy. We used to rap together, and his hip hop is competitive, right? So I always think I'm the best, you know? And then he got signed, he got a record deal. I'm like, dude, if he can get a record deal, I can get a record deal for sure. And it changed my belief around what I was capable of in my music career. And once that belief changed, it was like 8-9 months, I had a record deal. So now you got like two guys in the same little friend group, both like, anyways, I'll try to amend this story so it's not super long. Sean's career got to a point like at the beginning, we all have different trajectories. His was very slow at the beginning. So much so, you know, signed, I think 3-4 years, and nothing was really happening. Even though he got the record deal, nothing really happened. I think he was even on the verge of like losing the record deal. And then all of a sudden it was like, bang. He got so much better. His music got better. He started getting super successful. He had a hit song. And then most importantly, I went to see him now in LA. We're in like a nice studio. You imagine from my mom's basement 4 years or 5 years before. We're in the studio and like everything's going good for him externally, but also he's like glowing, right? And you've been around people like this. They're just like glowing. Just being around them makes you feel good, right? And so much so like I went home that night and I still felt good. I'm like, so the next day I saw him again and I'm like in the studio, I'm like, dude, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with you? You're like, and mind you, I had no spiritual part of my life. Basically, I was raised like a secular version of Judaism. Not because my parents didn't believe in God, because they said they wanted us to be able to choose. So they didn't want to put us in a religion and say, when you're an adult, you can pick. Which I understand. But I didn't believe in God. Like, I was a materialist. If I could see it, it was real, you know, and kind of like a little bit cynical. So here's this guy, my buddy, he's glowing, everything's going well, like he's making more money, he's getting more famous. I'm like, dude, what's he? So I asked, like, well, what are you doing? He goes, you got to read 2 books. First was The Alchemist. And the second was Asking It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And so I read these 2 books and it was like, it just like, opened the window and the breeze started to come in. And from there, you know, my spiritual life started. My spiritual life started from him. And so he's changed my life a few times. One is he showed me, and like in our little friend group now, there's 3 of us been nominated for Grammys, right? So it's like insane, just him living his life changed what we all thought was possible. And then, so there's like, he started my music career, and then like, he enabled me to have a spiritual life. He was my doorway to having a spiritual life. And so he'll never know how much he changed everything for me. I wouldn't be here for him.